Aloha Faithful, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Niner Faithful Radio Week in Review Show. No different this week, just me. TJ is actually out on his new job. He might be in the comments a little bit here for a little while. I believe he said he was on his lunch, but his lunch is about to be done here. So TJ's out there earning a buck. How's everybody doing this week? We finally gotten to our Friday. Let's see. Did I get everything? Yep, sure did. But yeah, so we're going. So we've got some. Obviously, you guys know the big news this week with BA finally getting signed. We have one more week. The next time we have this show, this time next week, we will already have one football game. Excuse me. We will have the Thursday night opening game next Thursday, and then next Friday we have the international game, which I want to say is the Brazil one, with the Packers and the we call it the Eagles. So yeah, so like I said, this time next week we will already have some actual real NFL football to talk about, not just some preseason games. So next Thursday at 5:20 we will have the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, and then starting right before our show at 5:15. Down in Brazil, we've got the Green Bay Packers going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Kind of a weird one because apparently green is banned in Brazil because it's gang colors, even though so they sent down two teams that wear green and, in a country that has green on their flag. But all right, so we're going to go ahead and get the show started. We are done with the intro, my little intro here. We're going to go ahead and start with the show intro. BRB.
They are at the 44-yard line of the Chargers. Taylor out to the left side, and Ricky Waters to the right. And a play fake. Young goes deep middle. He's got Jerry Rice. Touchdown, 49ers! First touchdown of the game. Comes after only a minute and 24 seconds. 44 yards. Touchdown pass to Rice. He sets another record.
You are now tuned in to NFL Weekly News Wrap, brought to you by Power Brand Systems.
Welcome back, Faithful. I was slipping a little bit. I didn't have the captain's hat on, but I do have it on now. We'll pull up a few things here. Doing all this by myself again. TJ's out working. Hope TJ's having a good night at the new job. We will, even though he's saying that this one might not last a little bit. We'll see how he feels here in a little bit. Probably won't go terribly long tonight, just because I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself all night long. So if anybody actually wants to jump on, just let me know and I will shoot over the link. We get some people in here, get some talking. Otherwise, as you know, this is our Friday show. We have come to the end of the week. I know some of y'all probably had a long week, so we want to kick back, relax a little bit. I've got some Kona Big Wave Liquid Aloha to drink on this. So go ahead and crack this open and get a little sipping on this for a while. Salud. Cheers, everybody. Again, we are less than a week away from actual NFL football. The only bad thing about having the actual NFL football is that, of course, we are not going to be playing on Sunday. Excuse me. So, we kind of get to, quote unquote, suffer a little bit through it because we have to wait till Monday night. So it's going to be a little bit longer than usual for us faithful and the Jets. I'm not sure what the Jets are called. I'm kind of curious what that is. What are the New York Jets called? Somebody said they're called gangrene because they're killing each other. Apparently it's just diehards. Yeah, apparently it's just diehards. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can only do so much. What do you call yourselves? The biplanes or something like that. So I'm not sure what they would think about calling themselves in general. Excuse me. All right, so let's say, like I said, if anybody wants the link to jump in tonight, go ahead and let me know. I will go ahead and give it out. Y'all know how, a lot of us know how it goes with doing live shows. Very stuff gets a little repetitive, but let me get this up. Let me switch over the banner. All this brand stuff. I'd like to say thank you to TJ for putting up all of this stuff here. Let's see. Nope. Close enough. Is that the one I'm supposed to be using? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. How does this one look? No, it looks close enough for government work. All right, so we'll go ahead and share this screen. Let's pull this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so what we have right now is that we have the 49ers Avengers mostly assembled. Right now, obviously, we are missing just the one person right now in the Trent Williams. My prediction was that he was going to be he's going to come in probably by Saturday by 3 p.m. Nothing as far as why I think that's just my prediction as far as how it goes, just because, like I said, gives him Sunday to get in. I'm not sure what the practice are. The practices are this week, but I figure they're going to go back to a normal schedule. So yeah, we second to look at something real quick. I'm going to pull this up real quick so I know which slides I am doing. All right, I'm going to pull this one over here. Okay. All right, I believe I have everything set up now to where I want them. Yeah, so let me pull one more over. That's a lot, TJ. I understand why you got to rush through all this. I have not necessarily set up 100% to have this all good to go on my first take by myself. So excuse me, everybody, for being a little late on all this. All right, so again, the Avengers have, for the most part, been assembled. We are just waiting for the Hulk, a.k.a. Trent Williams, to jump in at the last second and just start pounding everybody. Kind of like with what Hulk did in the original Avengers movie when he's grabbing dudes by the legs and he's just beating them down. He's beating other dudes with a dude. So that's all we're waiting on to see right now is we're waiting to have the big man show up. The Silverback, the best left tackle in the game and probably the best left tackle in the game for easily the last 10 to 15 years. Man who took the baton from Joe Staley himself, and we actually upgraded that. As good as Joe Staley was, we all love Joe. Joe is no Trent Williams. Like I said, that's not an insult or any sort of downplay on Joe Staley. It's just that Trent Williams is just that much better. Again, he's just that damn good. So yeah, again, we're just loading on the one. Obviously, we just got BA back in the building. I haven't had a chance with work and everything else like this. I had a whole setup for tonight with slides and all that kind of stuff set up to go for tonight. And then BA signed and had to get up early for work and all this other stuff. And so I literally had to change like 3/4 of everything just simply because I wasn't quite ready for this, with the BA signing, because I thought it was going to go through the weekends. So, but yeah, like I said, the boys are back in town for the most part. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go to the injury list right now. First on the list, we've got Talanoa Hufanga, who is finally back to practice. It was great to see him in practice. Excuse me. We got Yatir Gross-Matos, who is week to week with his knee. Gave everybody a scare considering the fact that he was what do we call it? He went down pretty much a few plays right before the next guy on the list, who is Leonard Floyd, who is day to day. Gross-Matos may or may not be back in time for this next Monday night's game against the Jets. We'll have to see. Like I said, he'll probably week to week for right now, and then going into next week, hopefully he switches over to day. That way, maybe he'll have an outside chance of hitting, being able to play on Monday night. Monday night. So hopefully, like I said, and Leonard Floyd should be ready by game day. Should have no issues with that or anything like that. I don't know who is blowing up my phone right now. I can't wait. D. Winters, again, most of this I checked right before about within the last hour or so when I got home. D. Winters has an ankle No timetable for his return. I have not seen any reports as far as him getting an MRI. I know he was supposed to get an MRI yesterday, but I have not seen anything that where it actually shows, what is that? Giving the results of said MRI. So I'm not quite sure how that is going. Isaac Guerrero, he was going to be out this week with a groin. Another person with a growing issue. Just seems to be the way it goes with this team quite a bit. Hopefully it's not too serious of one. I haven't heard to where it's terribly serious right now. But we'll definitely see how that shows up going into next week. Then we got Ricky Pearsall. He is back in practicing, but he is in the blue non-contact jersey. Still with that shoulder injury that was one that had been a slightly reoccurring one since I think he said it was a junior in high school, or in college. But it just kind of re-aggravated itself once again here. I want to say it was like the second, third practice of preseason. I don't remember if it was mini camp or if it was the training camp, but one or the other. I haven't heard any updates as far as how he's going to be, if he's going to be available come week one. I'm more leaning towards the fact that I don't think he's going to be available week one. Just in the fact that I want him to be healthy when he finally does come back. So when he comes back, he's at his best. So if that means sitting him, I think we're going to be okay. We've got Debo, we've got BA back. We've got Juwan Jennings, who's also dealing with his own growing injury, but his was not supposed to be too serious either. They were just keeping him out to let him rest and keep everything, kosher until all that. Then we also got, like I said, Chris Conley, Jacob Cowling. So I think if we're missing Ricky Pearsall for a week or two, granted that's not necessarily ideal, it'll be okay. You know what I mean? Because we'll see how that goes. All right, and then as far as the transactions, do we really need to go over this? I mean, honestly, if you guys really want to read all of this, go ahead. That's just a lot to read. Basically, most of us pay attention to what's going on with this team for the most part, as far as who's been signed and all that. We know who's on the practice squad and all that kind of stuff. The one of note is that I am very interested in Keyshawn Vaughn, the wide receiver that we signed, Terrence Marshall, to the practice squad, former number 2 second-round pick out of LSU. It's quick. LSU is known as the wide receiver university. They bring out good universities. Haven't quite watched a lot of his film as to why it did not work for him over in Carolina, but it could just be the simple fact that he just didn't fit Carolina, whatever the culture is there. I don't think necessarily Carolina has a terrible culture, but maybe it just didn't fit him. But yeah, any receiver that comes out of LSU, I'm definitely willing to take a look at, especially one who's trying to, quote unquote, redeem himself. Excuse me. So yeah, definitely would like to see how he fits in. Obviously, he probably won't play for quite some time, so I'm taking a while to figure out this offense. Where does he play? Who do we cut to put him on? Would it be someone like Ronnie Bell kind of thing? Would we cut him to keep him, depending on how everybody feels about Ronnie Bell? I know even me is very down on Ronnie Bell. This organization loves Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell, besides the catching aspect of his game, does everything great. He plays all 3 wide receiver positions. Besides BA, he's probably the best blocker that we have downfield. Maybe with Jennings too. But I mean, I put him up there. I could easily, if there's guys out there blocking for, Debo, CMC, Kittle, all these guys, more likely it's going to be BA, Juwan Jennings, Ronnie Bell. One of those 3 is probably going to be the lead blocker, running out in front of everybody to get this up. So, I mean, he just hasn't been able to catch balls. But then the last game, he actually looked pretty good. In the first 2 preseason games, he was terrible. The last preseason game, he started to put it together a little bit, especially he looked a little bit better returning kicks. Now, I still think that Cowling and Isaac Guerrero are going to be the ones returning kicks over him. But like I said, they love him. The kid's got hustle. If nothing else, he's got hustle. He's got the whole he's got heart thing going on. So, I mean, like I said, I'm down on him per se, but at the same time, he does put out. He just hasn't been able to put it together in a regular season game as of yet. Hopefully, he figures it out pretty soon, and that we're all good to go with that. Okay, so Jesus Christ, why does everybody want to text me when I'm doing something? No one is texting me all day long, and then all of a sudden, everybody's texting me. Let's see. Who's got me now? All right, so let me just go back over here to these guys. All right, so the next screen that we got over here, obviously the big news of the week is Brandon Ayuk with his 4-year, $120 million extension, $76 million in guarantees. That was reported yesterday by Mike Garofalo and Rappaport. Good BA. I'm finally glad. I know I've heard a lot of people say that I'm kind of even wishy-washy with the fact that, now I'm happy. I've always wanted BA back. I don't know why people were thinking that I didn't want BA on this team. I wanted BA back. That has never wavered in a second for me. What I got tired of was a little bit of the back and forth. At some point, whether it was BA or the Niners or somebody had to be the quote-unquote adult in the situation, the adult in the room, and be like, look, this is what's going to happen. Either sign this contract or accept a trade. Simply because, he had turned down contracts or to be trades going to not Jacksonville, to Cleveland, to the Patriots and stuff like that. So at some point, it's like, okay, BA, you've been given all these options. Pick one. You want to play for us? Okay, sign this extension or bet on yourself, play in the 5th year, and we'll see what happens after next season or accept a trade. That's all I've said. Again, as far as BA, I have nothing against BA as far as wanting his money. I'm glad he got his money. He's going to get paid one way or the other. Just pick one way or the other and get paid and start playing. That's all I ever say. Like I said, but as far as BA, congrats. $120 million, especially the $76 million in guaranteed. Good for him and his family. That is generational wealth for them. At least a good foundation to get generational wealth, as long as it's not squandered in any sort of way. So good for him. From what I understand, it is a backloaded contract. I haven't looked to see exactly. See if I can find it real quick. I knew I saw something on there for the amount of it. I want to say, was it media? Actually, let's see. It's on Sports Track. Let's see. So the cap hit this year is going to be 5.75. 2025 is going to be 11. 2026, it's going to be 16.2. 27 and 28. Oh boy. This contract, the cap hit is going to be $42 and $44 million in 27-28. That also means we're probably going to try to restructure between 26 and 27. Almost guarantee we're going to try and get some sort of restructure going in between now and then. Pretty much everybody gets restructured. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody does it to make up. Because obviously, everybody has the issue this year with it being 2 players, with BA and Trent with their holdouts and everything. Next year, we've got everybody coming up for more money. We've got Dre. We've got both our corners. Talanoa Hufanga was up for that. And then obviously the big question is, what's Brock going to sign for? So as much anguish and everything as there was this year when it comes to all the trades, or excuse me, all the signings and not necessarily trades, but possible trades, I see next year it's going to be even crazier for us, Faithful, because we have litany more guys that are going to be definitely needed their contracts. All right, so just 1 second. We are going to go ahead and play one of our season or our ads, and we'll be right back.
Today's episode is sponsored by Power Brand Systems. Need help getting new customers for your business? Let Power Brand Systems help you grow with their powerful tools. Visit powerbrandsystems.com/Niner Faithful Radio for more info. If you like our content and would like to support the show, consider leaving us a tip in our tip jar at NinerFaithfulRadio.us/tip jar. Join our exclusive membership community where you get exclusive NFR content not available anywhere else. Join our exclusive chat, 20% off of all non-sale For the Faithful by the Faithful gear, and much more. Visit portal.ninerfaithfulradio.us/login to join.
For the Faithful by the Faithful Season 4 apparel is finally here. To see this year's designs and also save 20% off of Season 1 through 3 designs, go to NinerFaithfulRadio.com/shop.
Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner Faithful R on X.
Sorry if that blew anybody's eardrums. Wow, that was loud. Those last couple of ad reads are kind of crazy. But yes, thank you for everybody for showing up. Right now, we have a total of looks like 12 people watching us across all of our different platforms. Again, thank you very much. Instagram folks, because I know there seems to be a couple of people watching on Instagram over there. If you want your comments seen and read on the air, please jump over to either our YouTube or Facebook page and join the conversation. I don't think Twitter doesn't or X, whatever the hell you want to call it, doesn't quite let you do that yet either. Don't know why. Ask Elon. It's his thing. But yeah, definitely good to see BA back. It solidifies the wide receiver role. It gets us our number one receiver back. Again, I've always thought that BA is the best receiver on our team. Debo is the best weapon. Actually, Debo and CMC is the best weapon. But when it comes to just simply being a wide receiver, there's nobody on this team, like I said, including Debo, including CMC, anybody else that's as good as a pure wide receiver as BA is on this team. He's the guy that's going to take the top off this team that allows these guys with all these underneath routes to get open. We definitely need him. He's the guy that can break the one-on-one coverages and get open. That's his job. And we have him now. We've got him for 4 years, and I can't wait to see how it goes. All right. Ooh, why is that one coming back up? I don't know why it's doing that. Huh. All right. So also announced earlier today, head coach of the Buccaneers, Todd Bowles, and our own GM, John Lynch, have both been added to the NFL competition committee. I don't think it necessarily changes anything for us as Niner fans or anything like that, or should say anything for the Niners. Maybe we get that third quarterback rule. Maybe John pushes for that in some sort of a way or something along those lines. But other than that, I think it's good to see two former players, both defensive backs, get in there. Maybe we see some of that stuff with, a lot of those PIs and defensive holdings and all the stuff where it's kind of swung towards the offense. Maybe it swings back a little bit to the defense now that we've got two more prominent defensive backs back on the list. The Todd Bowles was part of 84, whatever year the thing was, back when they were the Redskins won their Super Bowl. So he was part of that team. So it's good to see, like I said, hopefully it brings back a little bit back to that side of things. It's gone a little bit kind of crazy to the offense. I understand it, offense and scoring points. That's what brings in people, all that kind of stuff. Great to see. We got Sole in the house. How's it, my Uso? Thank you for showing up, Us. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, congrats to those two to be being added to the NFL competition committee. I think if there's anything that gets changed, maybe some of these big hits from these guys, these safeties and everything like that, maybe they change rules or get it to where, they dial it back a little bit and let these guys hit a little bit more instead of it being automatically a foul or penalty. So foul, it's not the NBA. Penalty just because, it was a big hit. Maybe they can get some of that physicality back in the game because both these guys, especially Lynch, big hitters in the backfields back in their day. So, yeah, good on them. We'll see. Like I said, we'll definitely see how it goes. Two big hitters that are now on the NFL committee. All right. So also Levi's Stadium this year is going to be getting $200 million worth of upgrades, upgraded Wi-Fi. To be honest, I've only been to Levi's once. The Wi-Fi was fine. Didn't have an issue with it. So I'm not sure if maybe it was just it was a nice clear day. Maybe it doesn't work as good on cloudy days or anything like that. But the day I was there, it worked great. We've got Mr. Corona in the house. How's it going, my brother? Thank you for showing up, Mr. Corona. Excuse me. So we got cashier concussion. I did pray concussion. Concession stands. I wrote concussions. That is my concussions showing up, trying to spell concessions. Cashierless concession stands that are coming up. Basically, I'm going to assume it's because we have them here up in Seattle, up in Lumen Field. Basically, they kind of put stuff behind like a little door. Grab the door, you scan it, scan your card, and you walk off. So it's pretty quick and easy. It's pretty, like I said, it's just more a convenience kind of a thing. It's one step. Updated furniture. I'm not sure if that means they're putting in new seats. I'm not sure how the seats are. The seat again. I've only been to Levi's once. I don't remember how the seats were. Partially because we were standing half the time, and the other half the time I was completely trashed. So I wouldn't have felt it. The seats were uncomfortable either. But yeah, so I'm not sure. I bet you that goes into the luxury box. I bet you they're gonna put some new couches and nice chairs and tables because they're also getting some money to update the luxury boxes. Because let's be honest, a lot of the stuff is paid for by those people in the luxury boxes. I looked up luxury boxes for like me and TJ and a couple other people who are coming up here to Seattle to watch the game on October 10th. Holy hell! I got you. These things are expensive. I didn't realize how expensive luxury boxes were. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars. Like I was thinking, like, hey, you know what? If we could ever each pitch in like there's like 6 of us going. I figured if we each pitched in like $1,000, like we can get a game, like get a concession or a luxury box. No, not even remotely close to how much money it was. Like I said, I knew it was expensive. I didn't realize how expensive those boxes were until I looked into it. I mean, again, that goes, like I said, you got the updated furniture and new tech for the luxury boxes incoming because you got to get that money from the rich folks. The rich folks will pay for most of the stuff. The rest of us are just not doing it. As expensive as our seats are, it's pennies compared to these luxury boxes. And then apparently we are getting a new video board. I couldn't find out if we're just simply replacing the video board that we already have up there. Maybe that they are going to put another one up there. I haven't been able to figure out which one that's going to be as far as, like I said, which one is updated or brand new one. So we shall see. But it's supposed to be the biggest 4K video board in the entire NFL. Obviously, these are all going to be being done simply for the World Cup that is coming here in 26, 25, 26. Either way, it's not necessarily for us as football fans or anything like that. They're getting ready for the World Cup. Again, everybody, it's Friday. Enjoy a drink. All right. We got 2 more ad things to run through real quick, so we will be right back after we run these.
This segment is brought to you by Shop49ers.com, the official online store of the 49ers. Use our affiliate link in the description to get the latest official Niner gear, save 10%, as well as help out this show.
All right, and then our last one.
This segment is brought to you by SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code NinerFaithfulRadio at SeatGiant.com to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out this show.
All right, welcome back again. Again, please, if you can, please use our affiliate links for both the Niners. If you're buying Niners gear, all that kind of stuff from the official website, go ahead. Gets you a discount, puts a little money in the Niner Faithful Radio's pocket. We're trying to do more stuff to where you interact, give away some more things and stuff like that. That gets a little expensive, but it's cool. We don't mind spending the money on it, but at the same time, if we can make a little bit more money, or if we can make a little bit of money on this, even better. And then if you're going to a game, why not use our link for Seat Giant? Again, saves you some money and then puts some money in our pocket at the same time. So you might as well use it. You're going to the games, you're buying gear, please use our affiliate links. All right, and then I do believe this is going to be the last slide that we have for this evening. All right, so this year for Niner Faithful Radio, we have decided that we are going to do some sort of content every single day. Some of it might not necessarily be live, some of it's going to be pre-recorded. But yeah, so on your typical week, now obviously it's going to change up a little bit just starting week 1, because obviously week 1 we are playing on Monday night, and so we're, like for instance, Monday is going to be the Captain Niner reaction show. I can't do a reaction show on Monday if we haven't played until Monday night. So again, we will when next week comes up, we would actually put up more of an updated one every week for like when we play on Thursday, Monday night. I don't know if we have any Saturday games or anything like that. But yeah, so again, we'll let you guys know per week, but this is going to be if we go on Sundays, which is going to be most of the time. So the typical week, obviously, play on Sunday. So on Monday. Hold on. Apparently I need a drink. I know when I do these shows by myself, I talk really fast. I've got to tell myself to calm down, talk a little bit slower. Plus, it eats up a little bit more time. I could have done this in like 10 minutes if I had done it like I normally do. So we play on Sunday. This will be a typical week at Niner Faithful Radio. On Monday will be the Captain Niner reaction show. That seemed to be great last year. Everybody seemed to like it, including one video that to this day I still get notifications of people talking on it that has almost 10,000 views, which is probably the best video. Actually, I know it is the best video that we've ever done here at Niner Faithful Radio. So I will definitely be continuing that. More than likely, depending on my schedule's kind of changed a little bit. I start later in the morning now. So if I get up early, I can probably have that video uploaded by like 7 o'clock a.m. But if I have an early morning, I'll upload it in the afternoon, probably about 2 or 3. But either way, it will definitely be up sometime Monday during the day. Excuse me. And then on Tuesday, we got your boy TJ and me. It's going to be doing our typical main show on Tuesday. So like I said, same as always. You guys know we're to be at Tuesday at 4:30. Me and TJ will be here again, unless for some reason something happens. But we even have a special one this year because TJ is going to be up here at my house. We'll be sitting back there somewhere together for the first time. Well, not the first time together, but it'll be the first time that we've done a live Tuesday show together. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Wednesday, we will be doing a Madden Sim. I know it's a little bit early on the Madden Sim. So I will do, because I'm doing a Madden Sim, I will do my best to get as much as I can as far as it comes to like the updated rosters with injuries and all that kind of stuff. I actually think Madden might be doing that this year because I've noticed with a lot of stuff with Madden, they're keeping up so far, at least in the preseason. We'll see what goes on during the actual season. But so far, good for you, Madden. You've been doing some good stuff so far this year. I've been pretty impressed with Madden. Madden, like I said, they've kept up with the weekly games and updated the rosters as in during preseason. I just don't know if they're going to be doing that throughout the year. If they do, great. It's all we've been asking for from Madden for years. So again, like I said, I'll do my best to sub in people with injuries and stuff like that for both sides of the ball when I get those Madden Sims on Wednesday. Thursday, me and Anshul, aka 49er Media, will be doing the 49er Media Captain Show. It'll be both on his channel, which is going to be a 49er Media. Please make sure you go over there and like and subscribe to his channel, and make sure you like and subscribe over to Niner Faithful Radio as you're out here watching. So yeah, we will dual stream it to both his channel and Niner Faithful Radio at the same time. Friday will be just like this Friday and every Friday from now until possibly the next 22 weeks, depending on for the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff. 6 for the most part, 6 p.m. We'll see how things go. Like sometimes I might get off a little bit late some days, so we might go 6:30, might push into 7 a little bit. But for the most part, the idea is to start this show at 6 o'clock, have our beers, and get drinking by like 6:15. At least that's the way I'm trying to set this up. All right, and then Friday we're going to be covering both. We're going to go ahead and cover both of the pressers. Once the Saturday one is done, give you all the information that we're getting out of both of the pressers. So that will be, again, that's on Saturday. And then, as usual, on our Sundays, we have our pregame with TJ, the halftime show with yours truly, and then Jamie will be doing the postgame. Let me look at something real quick. And that is that's pretty much everything that we got for you folks. Again, it's just me tonight, so we're kicking it. We're actually at 38 minutes, which is a little bit longer than I thought I was going to make it. Again, I know I have a terrible idea or a terrible habit of when I'm on by myself. I end up speaking really, really fast, and I go through like the half hour's worth of content in about 5 minutes. So the fact that I've made it almost 40 minutes by myself, I'm kind of impressed with myself. But yeah, that's everything that we've got for you this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for showing up and watching us here. We will be back here on Tuesday with our main show. And at that point, we're ready for the Jets, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally getting ready. We're finally down to the point to where we have our opponent. We've known who we're playing. But now this is where we get ready for it. Hopefully, again, I say Trent will be signed by tomorrow by 3 p.m. That's just my random guess that I'm throwing out there. But yeah, so again, everybody, have a good weekend. Salud. Phi Phi Tai Telelava. One love, everybody. Have a good one.